Long Beach, California, Municipal Auditorium, August 2nd, 1967. Wednesday, 7:15 p.m. The Long Beach International Karate Tournament is on its second day. 200 people fill the stands, watching competitors from dozens of different martial arts styles demonstrate their techniques. There are Shotokan karate practitioners, Kung Fu masters, Judo instructors, Aikido specialists. And there is the Korean contingent, 30 masters and students of Taekwondo, led by Master Kim Dae-jung, 52 years old, 7th Dan, a man whose school in Los Angeles teaches the most organized, most structured, most traditional martial art in existence. A man who deeply believes that martial arts are about form, ritual, respect, and above all, honor. Bruce Lee is not competing. He is here as a special guest to perform a demonstration of Jeet Kune Do, the martial art he is developing. An art that rejects fixed forms, an art that eliminates unnecessary movements, an art built on a simple and brutal principle. The shortest path between 2 points is a straight line. No elegant poses, no elaborate rituals, just absolute efficiency. Bruce is backstage, warming up. Black training pants, shirtless, defined muscles under the fluorescent light. Dan Inosanto, his closest student, is with him, holding the focus mitts. "Did you hear what the Taekwondo guys are saying?" Dan asks, clapping the mitts together. Bruce performs a sequence of quick punches on the mitts. Pow, 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 each impact sharp, precise. "I hear a lot of noise from a lot of people. What specific noise should I care about?" "Master Kim, he told some of his students that your style is unworthy, that you've removed the soul from martial arts, that efficiency without form is barbarism, not art." Bruce stops, looks at Dan. "He said that?" "I heard it from 3 different people. Apparently he's been quite vocal about it since he found out you'd be here." Bruce smiles. It's not a pleasant smile. It's the smile of someone who just received exactly the motivation he needed. "Interesting. A man who's never seen me fight has opinions about my art." The door opens. An event organizer enters, clipboard in hand. "Mr. Lee, 5 minutes. Are you ready?" Bruce nods. The organizer leaves. Dan looks at Bruce. "Are you going to mention it?" "I don't need to mention anything. I'll just show." 5 minutes later, Bruce walks to the center of the auditorium. The announcer speaks through the speakers. "Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a special demonstration by Bruce Lee, martial arts instructor from Oakland, California, creator of Jeet Kune Do." Polite applause. Bruce stands in the center of the mat, waiting. Dan enters with the mitts. They begin a speed demonstration. Bruce performs punches that are almost invisible. His hand travels from guard position to the mitt and back so fast it looks like a blur. The crowd murmurs in appreciation. Some traditional masters in the stands shake their heads in disapproval. There's no beauty in this. No form. Just raw speed and power. That's when Master Kim stands up. He is seated in the 5th row, surrounded by his students, all wearing impeccable white doboks, black belts perfectly tied. Kim is a short man, perhaps 5'5", but he carries himself with a dignity that makes him seem taller. Gray hair cut short, face marked by age and discipline. He stands and his voice cuts through the auditorium. "With all due respect, Mr. Lee." The voice is strong, carrying the authority of someone accustomed to being obeyed. "What you are demonstrating is not martial art. It is soulless violence." The auditorium falls silent. 1,200 people hold their breath. This is not part of the program. This is real confrontation. Bruce stops, lowers his hands, looks toward the 5th row. "Master Kim, I presume?" "Correct. Kim Dae-jung, 7th Dan Taekwondo, certified instructor by the Korean Taekwondo Association, and I say with all sincerity that what you demonstrate here has no honor. Martial arts are about discipline, form, respect for tradition. What you show is just brute efficiency. It might work in street fights, but it is not art." Bruce walks a few steps toward the stands. His hands are relaxed at his sides. His face is a mask of calm. "Master Kim, correct me if I'm wrong. Taekwondo emphasizes high kicks, traditional forms, wide and beautiful movements. Correct?" Taekwondo is the most scientific martial art in the world. Every movement has purpose. Every form tells a story. Every technique carries centuries of wisdom. And in a real fight, how much of that centuries-old wisdom survives the first 3 seconds of combat? Murmurs in the crowd. Some nervous laughter. Kim stiffens. A true master does not engage in street fights. A true master avoids conflict. But when forced to fight, he does so with honor, with proper form. Bruce nods slowly. So your art is built on the premise that in a life-or-death situation, you'll have time to assume proper stances, execute beautiful forms, demonstrate centuries of tradition. And my art, which eliminates all that in favor of ending the conflict in the shortest time possible with the least personal risk, that has no honor. Exactly, you have reduced martial arts to mere violence, and you have elevated martial arts to theatrical performance. Bruce replies calmly. Tell me, Master Kim, do you believe your techniques work in real combat? Not in rule-based competitions, not in demonstrations, in real fighting, against a real opponent who really wants to hurt you. Kim stands straighter. I know they work. I trained for 40 years, taught hundreds of students. But have you fought? For real? Silence. Kim's expression darkens. Martial arts are not about fighting. They are about discipline, self-control. So your art is about everything except the thing it was originally created for. Bruce lets the observation hang in the air. Master Kim, I make a proposal. You say my technique has no honor, that efficiency without form is unworthy. Prove your point. Demonstrate that your traditional art is superior, here now in front of everyone. The crowd erupts in whispers. This is escalating quickly. Kim looks around. His students watch him, waiting. The pressure is immense. If he refuses, he'll look cowardly. If he accepts and loses, his reputation will be destroyed. But he genuinely believes in his art. He trained for 4 decades, and this arrogant 26-year-old needs a lesson. I accept, Kim says finally. But it will not be a fight. It will be a technique demonstration. You may have one attack, one move, your best. I will defend it using proper Taekwondo form and then demonstrate the proper counterattack. This will show the superiority of true art over barbarism. Bruce considers. I understand the terms. One attack. You defend using your traditional form. I accept. But I add a condition. If my attack gets past your defense, if it makes contact, you acknowledge that efficiency has value, that perhaps martial arts should be about what works, not what is beautiful. Kim hesitates, then nods. I agree. But when I defend successfully, you acknowledge that form and tradition exist for a reason, that past masters knew things your arrogant generation has forgotten. Fair. The event organizers are panicking. This wasn't on the program. There's no insurance for this, but the crowd is buzzing with anticipation. This is what martial arts tournaments used to be before safety rules. This is a real test of technique against technique. Kim descends from the stands, removes his jacket, remains in just the white dobok, black belt perfectly tied. He walks to the center of the mat, assumes a formal Taekwondo stance, high guard, weight distributed, upright and dignified posture. He looks exactly like a martial arts master should look. There is beauty in his stance, there is form, there is visible tradition in every line of his body. Bruce stands 3 meters away. His hands are lowered, relaxed posture, almost casual. No form, no recognizable stance. He just stands there. The announcer, improvising, takes the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, we will witness a demonstration. Bruce Lee will execute one attack. Master Kim will demonstrate traditional Taekwondo defense. Absolute silence. 1,200 people are not breathing. Kim speaks loudly enough for the crowd to hear. When you are ready, Mr. Lee, I will give the signal. You attack. I will defend with proper form and demonstrate proper counterattack. Bruce nods once. Kim takes a deep breath. Assumes a deeper stance. His hands come up in classic Taekwondo guard. He nods his head. Now, Bruce does not move. Not yet. 3 seconds pass. Kim waits, posture perfectly maintained. The tension is unbearable. Every muscle in Kim is ready. He trained 40 years for this moment. He knows all the defenses. High block for head attack, low block for body attack, side step for evasion, counter with circular kick or reverse punch. He has an answer for everything. Then Bruce moves, but not in the way anyone expects. There is no preparatory movement, no stance change, no telegraph. His left foot simply slides forward 6 inches. And in the same millisecond, his right fist travels from relaxed position at his side, directly to Kim's solar plexus in a perfectly straight line. No arc, no hook, no circular motion, just straight line. The distance is 3 meters. The punch covers that distance in impossible time. Kim doesn't even begin to react. His hands are in guard position. His brain is processing that the attack has started. But Bruce's fist is already there, stopping 1 centimeter from the solar plexus. Contact. Light, but definitive. Bruce didn't punch with force, just touched. But he touched before any defense was possible. 3 meters, no preparatory movement, straight line, speed that defies belief. Bruce immediately withdraws, returns to his original position, hands lowered. Kim is still in guard stance. His hands didn't even move. He looks down at his own chest, where Bruce's fist just touched. Looks up at Bruce. Looks at his own students in the stands. Confusion, then understanding, then something that looks like acceptance. The auditorium is in total silence. No one knows exactly what they saw. It happened too fast. But everyone knows something happened. Kim slowly lowers his hands. His stance relaxes. He looks at Bruce with new eyes. I didn't see it coming. His voice is low, but in the absolute silence, everyone hears. My posture was perfect. My defenses were prepared. I was ready for any attack I know. But you attacked in a way that doesn't exist in my forms. Straight line, no wasted movement, no beauty, just efficiency. Bruce speaks, voice respectful but firm. Master Kim, you spent 40 years perfecting form, and your form is beautiful. It is art. But in 3 seconds of real combat, form didn't matter. What mattered was this. He points to his own fist. Shortest path, least time, highest probability of success. That's what keeps you alive on the street. Not beautiful posture, not centuries-old forms. What works? Kim is silent for 10 seconds. Then, surprising everyone, he bows. A deep, respectful bow. The bow a student gives to a teacher. You showed me something today that 40 years of traditional training did not show. There is value in efficiency. There is honor in recognizing truth. He straightens. Your technique may not have form I recognize, but it has clear purpose. And purpose, I have discovered, is its own form of honor. The crowd erupts in applause, not applause for winner and loser. Applause for 2 masters who demonstrated something rare in the world of martial arts. Honest exchange of ideas tested through action, not words. Bruce extends his hand. Kim shakes it. Your tradition has value, Bruce says quietly. Discipline, respect. These things matter. But tradition cannot be an excuse to ignore what works. A martial art that doesn't work in combat isn't martial art. It's dance. Kim smiles faintly. And a martial art that is only efficiency without philosophy is just violence. Then perhaps the ideal path is something in the middle. Bruce replies. Efficiency guided by principle. Form that serves function, not function serving form. Kim nods slowly. Perhaps. You have given me much to consider. They separate. Kim returns to his students. Some look shocked. Others look enlightened. This moment changed something for them. Seeing their master, the man they considered invincible, touched so easily shattered illusion. But it also opened minds. Bruce returns to the center of the mat. The announcer, still processing what he just witnessed, takes the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce Lee. The applause is deafening. But Bruce is not celebrating. He just proved a point that needed proving. That efficiency doesn't need pose. That speed doesn't require elaborate preparation. That in real combat, what works is what survives. In the years that follow, this story circulates through the martial arts community. The day Bruce Lee demonstrated that 3 seconds of pure efficiency are worth more than 40 years of traditional form. Some traditionalists hate him for it. They say he disrespected ancient traditions. Others thank him. They say he freed martial arts from the dogma that imprisoned them. Master Kim continues teaching Taekwondo. But something changes in his teaching. He begins incorporating concepts of efficiency. His students still learn traditional forms, but now they also learn direct applications. He never forgets what he learned that day, that honor is not in the form you assume, but in the truth you recognize.